for Makwaba Daily Update TV, Besam send number channel so I'm hit out subscribe or like Shama Wana Pensemi Betty so nya be eti Jamania da Agyemang said Montanton Kutin Samane de Etregu eti for a good news ma NDC4 because say running mate no na NDC4 no majority na e prefer say Mahama ebendos na Opoku Agyemang na ena report to be about NDC member ni penny pa ababonten din sembia betutudwa na etiefo efa Mahama running mate come say wochem say ebetuma ye na Opoku Agyemang no na yemungro mu entie nsem ne ba de ka ho bia yenso edbeba de abedom
ka parties in mum na koma voters no and also wadi hu enkomo or say or consider regional coalition centers as retrogressive steps instead of say yebe konkoni akoye no say the more creative more coalition centers no it makes room for a manipulation of resource it and also so consider and some then the national chairman president so congratulatory message from the former president John Mahama or say be seen bibia mai ono say one for us am so de ho na yakọ abato nipa ngotwe wu so no wonka bibia mfa ho mamentio
many amadas ya chia dada my godfather the Alhaji Tanko mention but you want say adwuma no ya yache from 2008 no even when we were in different parties no and this dey need the actually abedu some penso me say I was sacked from my office because it was alleged say my campaign Major Mahama all these things muntie ye shase o ha begu no ye gina mu tune in yes sa akopim say send be radio good na ye daso ho no I think say we have gone far. I remember very well say 2020 November na yeda techima for 1 month na ye bodjuma now in all this adwuma ye no enepe enna obi amama hu say my adwuma enne me na me my program or first assignment UTV na me na me baby enna obi a oye sitting MP or minority group no or power minority group no in fact or ye panyin wo now who baby no some abrante gina ho me so in my heart no he is my favorite. In fact, I have 2 favorite MPs and he's one of them also me share one pay na me need papa your submission everything. Now why you juma papa no obi na dam and nipa na ka kire no so oh we dey juma no why yes ah basis am pempe so wow bodjuma nepa until for somebody in that office to tell me say my idea no me so me danase na yes say ade no oh ya enhwehwe nsuo wo no ma wo hwe nchenchen wo dey juma ko ebia na obi ehwe enti honorable machia na fe so machia prof na Jane Opoku Agyemang. In my mind, my repeated running mate to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Media dear me no say come whichever period and a day on that John Mahama ebe pointed say me running mate in you na ye Professor Jane Opoku Agyemang because the credentials no is so tall that the mere mention of her name again as running mate will send shivers to the spines of the NPP. Now, I have listened to a lot of communicators from the NDC, and you can see that zeal say they are ready for power. And they are telling us that they will not sit down this time around for them to be run down again. But that zeal, that confidence, because even my can say they have that confidence. In fact, that confidence should be transferred to the grassroots. That is where the power lies. It is the grassroots that you should make them have that confidence through resources to work. When they have the resources and they are working, and their confidence are boosted. What national office no? You don't need so much to win the election. The grassroots, those are the polling centers. They must have that confidence. So transfer this confidence to those people, in my opinion. Right? Now, Yensan Bibi say, Ora Farijan, Wakasa ne noma Ojiatudra. Fantastic submission. Only 110 Wakam and any yardrin. And interestingly, that has been the heading of all the newspapers in terms of the Okai regard the fact that unsuccessful election petition should attract sanctions. I disagree totally with him. I didn't see court. See a court to Saba way. Na say ye ko say NPP or NDC AWM to a leveler. Ediwo ye na ba. O say mamen court. Tinubu, he lost the election. But what is so? For shaggy reasons. Until the fact that Nigeria as a federal state, about 1,000 court cases pending in terms of petition, does not mean say, ye koko to 2024, abandona say, ewiemu bi abemwa. The person the koko na manem fanko, no konswa, ye punishing.
Kono dintra. Yam punishing.
I didn't see court. As a citizen, I have the right to go to court. Of course, say who court to do on permanent. But the court is there for people or aggrieved people to come and address their issues, right? But the other suggestions of the man, so fantastic, and it is interesting to know to say it is under His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, the tenure of office, and the escalation of, barbaric acts, impunity, intimidation, beatings, killings. Into a referee can say it appears say the electoral system no when you say it appears and we must understand say I will say Bible no say enye ye ne honam ne ho na edius dey na ye no
ene honam ne moja
exactly
na nya
ne
timudie
exactly
you motumfo nkabreche
the same kabreche ne no mu disesi ya no in the political Bible this quotation fits very well in the sense say His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and team in opposition they brought in mercenaries to be trained to train their people in opposition. So how much more they be in government? And yes, in government, we saw what happened at Ayawaso. Dress rehearsals that we thought say, yen fancy wa, omu replicatino in 2020 election. And this any part of opposition. No, to me, the foreigners, Serbians and South Africans are back. Say, yamba make training in Crawford because they don't trust in the security apparatus. How much more the person being in power? You should understand yourself what they can do whilst they have that power, whilst they control the military, the police, etc. And say, you see your confidence, and this is more confidence in going into this election now. That confidence must be transferred to the people through education. Don't fear any policeman, don't fear any military person. And don't get intimidated by anybody. There must be a constant and deliberate education at the grassroots. Say, etuono ensuro, emrebia nkyerese onto tuomo. Koto wa ba na to ne pepepepe fenchem. Obi no obetumi aba otuo because wa ba se wo ba beto aba. Nti wo de wo to wi a abato onhyehye mra wo ho se wo to wi a peba bi gina no gina ho na be wani observe na the essay ye kan me hu sa sumasi me important ha ye kan say ne ye no wo so I may be part of it, right? Na am I underestimate NPP at all in any way, especially when another Danko Akufo-Addo is concerned. Watch it. This 2024 election, memaka the NDC should not pamper themselves into thinking. They shouldn't get swollen-headed into thinking that, oh, Alan Cash betray some of the vote. Hey, the NPP are chanceless and I said they have that chancery tactics. Who said the situation, but chance or be a chance or a chancery in the one and I quite to say they want to exploit every opportunity to their own end to benefit them. And omon fa ho why sa nipa enwotwe ewu na a certain president couldn't even commiserate with the family, no, tells you say he doesn't care if 1,000 more dies because the 8 that died is a test case in coming elections. It was said by Ankahi, President Ankahi. Yeah, pressure on someone setting up independent committee. They set it up. Report nearby. No, I could say. And or more testing your pulse, right? And if the faster reporter banaya nyanka as a nation, you're sorry waka, you continuously a big Gina what said the Arab for or more cancer your court demonstration and yeah there you cancer your court 3 days and now a comquam and crofone your journal or mono ukuma a big corner be ba right in this anki ye Gina brand as a nation say we want justice for the deceased now you're true musa there's a 1 year 2 years and by this time a ban aye bibi ama aso omo ishwe omo compensation ahe near the mouth, right? And the 2024 election as espoused and deliberated by Ura Afarijan in this, so-called, in fact, that holiday day, I know, say, when NDC come, they will take it off. The so-called constitutional day. It should be taken off completely.
7th January.
Massa, it should be, because, what is this holiday about? Technocrat, they don't just say this it's not recognizable until right? Until say I used to say a holiday no more the this lectures. I'm saying say electoral commission or per because the way any attempt to manipulate the numbers 1 year in some the basic Ghana and across the African continent and even across the globe. So we share in Tokwa SEC regards government no a true elections mostly about 99.9%. Inti more nye asobrache na for year 2 omo ene hu kan ho no omo dwen se o ye de ensa for money 360 degrees omo ntumi anka ye nti ye besa repeat the intimidation etc. As we speak, this particular government or beside the domestic market as I call 12.8 billion or so or 12.2 billion. To say almost auction
14.7 billion. That's
treasury
T-bills.
You see? Almost if you no more send your tree maturing T-bills. Now sank one be collapse financial sector no and can we go through this hassle. You understand? But we must understand, say, Sikano boom boom side, we are borrowing this so no. We are in election year. Most of those monies, as they put it in the headlines now, who go into election, they will siphon us for their own elections. Okay, I said no the reckless spillage of dam. No? Almost they are going to come out with what? $40 million.
Yeah.
To help farmers. What do you to help them?
Sir, what bank seek out the mall?
See, you better audit. You better say how many farmers benefited from even $2 million out of it, or more. Sasikano, they know where it is going. The sector minister also can say almost 20 million Ghana cedis be in 8 whatever. Sasikano, we are into election, and we are going to witness a line of sword cutting with huge amounts. Project we have secured so and so amount. Yes, the monies will be secured, but then the project will never be completed, and as it will never even start. May my advice to the chiefs and people of this country, especially I am for say anybody who comes to your territory in this last year, so about the cattle sword now. Be bold, now because this is not the time. They've done it. Your friend say Kumawu, etc., Asen, North, Yehunina. And yes, we must put the right things in place. Now, the collection centers, as Ura Farijan Ekano, we must be very careful at those areas. Now, the numbers should be reduced in a manner. You bet me, I say, yeah, Juma, say, no crojin. Shetebo, our boy. The Metronunu of old.
Yeah.
Joe Metronunu then and now.
Such a
the contrast, and that is the work the NPP can do. I'm not sitting here to say NPP have induced Metronunu for the tea issue. But I'm saying, if at that time, right, Metronunu, if you are giving him even honey flowing from heaven, crank or right, na and na, because of the coffee or say Lipton tea, or semena meko, the message kwaba, tea nukra biscuit crank. Ebi a John Hodier me kwa menya biscuit in be account. Then he left. Even in that particular one, anger alone wanted, nearly drove him out of the strong room. And it will serve as a lesson to those who will be going to the strong room. Say yes, cohort with all the power and confidence. Cohort with everything but a abufu and shawoso. Say bibinti mo be ye ntokwa wo ho. Ntokwa ni mo na nkrofo no wo bo no blow no change figures. You understand?
Yeah.
Strong room, no. You must be vigilant without anger. You must be irate without anger. There's a difference between being serious, but we are not angry. You are monitoring things the way they should go.
Video now can one seminar. Kesi do bisa se aboache na Kobi Achampon why. Was also on Kobi Achampon's video.
Now was that?
Uncle Kobi, I'm the age you on the side. See how much I'm putting for.
Oh yes. Now say we so coverage upon.
Yeah.
I feel they are by Metronunu fired.
Yeah.
I did not turn so.
Yeah.
She said, "Bossa, chrono dia wo ba. Na yinyaka say achew. Say you want say am pass out bokro na dia. You can you can easily be.
Cover the laptop and then the figures.
And this election is a very very crucial one. NDC shouldn't take it lightly. Me, I am confident in their election directorate. I think they are doing very, very well. And they should go ahead. The communication machinery too is also doing very, very well. And we should give them a thumb up. But then, it is important, say, communicators, they will be educated just the way I see the NPP doing to their communicators. Even though they don't give them, they give them more or less nothing. So, can't say in your way. I agree. And no one you know across the board. That's one thing I have observed, right? Enti Afaraja Kasa, the NDC timelessly are entering into IPAC, and I want to believe that they will help streamline the system so much because me Simebwaka say Jemensa Boss Masari Kokusrebo, they are all MPPs.
And the Okaza, you are not being fair to them.
Why?
Because they are not known NPP members. Our party, you see
the relationship between J Mensa and then Anado's family. It will be difficult to say J Mensa so better Obama NDC. And now say, oh yeah, NDC affiliated. I'm talking about blood family.
Okay.
Okay, lie, no.
Okay.
And a boss man. His single utterance that NDC is a threat to democracy alone justify. And I say, Congress police ready see, and then Crawford no would deny say we are not card-bearing members. They are going to contest elections. Why?
It's not just a okay.
These are a friend say NPP people in electoral commission attack, right? This is watching. We are also going to be vigilant as independent people. And indeed, by Nanado and his party's behavior, one is not even interested in being independent any longer. You must say the things as they are. And for me, as I sit here, if we peace, they are also West Wagon. If we peace, a friend is saying, Techiman, any young Kasakra, Yakoda, Techiman, attacks a buyer so through the instigation of a MPO OCCA. Techiman South, Agyemang Kosa. Young Kasa, we were witnesses to what the NPP can do. And the NPP, don't forget, they have the IT gurus. And that is where I am urging the NDC also to match up in terms of the IT system. If they are able to ensure they run at par, or even above them, then there is some hope for the people who are saying they want a change. In conclusion, also I say enough about Omokoto. People who were there were saying, "Someone nimna se mo be luzu abai, mo nkofie, mo hotels na dem moderated them. Ya baba block. Okay, those videos. People were bold enough to say, "Yeah, the abana ya to awie, ya dream ya to awie." Na se mo nim, na se mo be ye wadre na se mo luzu election na mo hotels na mo dey. E baba block. And this is the sentiment, this is the mindset of the larger population of this country as we speak. Nkrofokro mo MPP mo ye gurus na to say citizen coffee mo. Eni ahemfo akese nyina. They are saying say kai ade no afire kon ho. And so Kofi Amoaben. All these people have spoken.
Yeah.
That we will vote. They were
Yo, for the master some Jemre or Daily Update TV. Best some say comment section or some bit my leave comment. You the master face so you bit my like and my share. You the master be.